Okay, so I'm gonna tell my story about the One Direction concert, even though it's July 4th and I went on June 18th, and but I remember it literally like it happened tonight. Like I just got home from the concert. Okay, it's been 16 days since the concert, but I remember. Okay, so like I remember the day before I had packed everything. 'Cause it was in Columbus. I live in Cincinnati. And I packed everything I needed, and I legit like we were leaving at 2 to go to Columbus. I got up at 9 a.m. and freaks out the whole time. What time is it right now? Okay, anyways. And like and then we were on the way there we stopped because I hadn't eaten all day. Like I was so nervous I could not eat. Like I was just like I'm going to my first One Direction concert, this is crazy. I've liked them for so long, I finally get to see them. Okay? And so I couldn't eat and I was freaking out and I was so nervous. Then we stopped at Chipotle and literally I took like 2 bites of my burrito and I stopped. I could not eat it. I could not finish it. And because I was just like, oh my god, like I don't know, I couldn't function. Okay, and that was about 45 minutes till we got to Columbus. So we stayed there. Okay, whatever. We got to the hotel, literally, because there was so much traffic. Like the doors opened at 6:30, I think. We got there like 5:50. Okay, the doors opened at 6:30. The concert started at 7:30. Okay, and like literally, my mom wanted to do all this stuff, and I was like, no. I was like, no, no, no. And then I had found out that my best friend, who was fangirls One Direction over me, with me, since we found out about them in middle school and everything throughout then, and like throughout the high school, and I'm still in high school, but that she was in the same section as me. I was like, oh, that's cool. And I found out she was in the same row as me, and I found out she was in the same, like, we were right next to each other, and we did not, like, buy tickets together, we got them separate, which is really cool. But on the way to the arena, which was like 5 minutes away from my hotel, there was so much traffic. I was freaking out. Like I was like blaring my One Direction music, and I was like, "Move, everyone! Like get out of the way! Like I need to get to the One Direction concert." And then you get there, and there's this long line of girls with carrot shirts on, and some of them had suspenders, and I was just not able to handle it because I was so done. And I was like, "Why are you wearing that? Please, Jesus and all is holy, stop!" And I walked into the arena and I got my shirt and it was really hitting me that I was at a One Direction concert, right? And I was freaking out. I kept singing and I couldn't stop. Like I was singing Five Six in Summer because they were coming on first. And after we got the shirt, we walked up to our seats and we were on the highest level, but we were looking down at them, so they were really really cool seats. Like you couldn't see. I don't know. It was good. I was at a One Direction concert. I really didn't care. And then later on, when we were sitting there, my friend had showed up, and then we looked down and we saw another friend that her seats we had no idea where they were either. That we've talked to and fangirls One Direction over our high school career, of all the time we've been in high school, and she was like right there. And I also found out that Eleanor was at our concert around that time. Okay, and then so we were just talking and shaking and freaking out with my friends, and then the lights went out. Okay, and literally I started screaming. I was like, "Oh my god! Like Five Days of Summer's here! Like they're associated with One Direction." I was just freaking out. And by that time, like I was like, "Oh, I knew who Five Days of Summer was. I knew all their names. I knew I liked Ashton the most or whatever." I really didn't know their songs. I knew a little bit of Try Hard, and I knew all of Heartbreak Girl because that was one of their songs I liked. I really was interested in them. I was like, "Oh, I don't know." And then they played, and I was so obsessed, and they were so cute. And I actually sat for their performance because I needed to get prepared for One Direction. Okay, I needed to get prepared. Okay, and then they got off, and I don't really know how much time. I was kind of tweeting. I was like, "Oh my god, guys, I'm at a One Direction concert," and all this, and the lights turned out. Okay, and they played the little video, and I was just screaming so much, and then Liam walked out, and they were singing Up All Night, and they were like, ah, ah, ah. And I was like, oh my god, I'm at a One Direction concert. And I started bawling, and I was recording it, and I have it on my phone, and I'm thinking about uploading it to YouTube. And then, um, I'm a Niall girl, alright? And finally Niall came out, and he walked over to our side first. And he was on our side most of the time. Like, he didn't, I don't know. We had Niall and Louis most of the time. There was so much, like, Nui and Liam and Larry, and it was so good. And Larry put on a candy, and Larry, I said Larry, and Harry put on a candy funk. Anyways, and literally, my thing's off. I think no, okay. I screamed so much because I was like, oh my god, Niall's real, like he's here. and oh, my computer just went dark, and it was so good. And the concert ended, and I literally could not stop crying. I was like, I just saw someone I've looked up to and loved and listened and watched concerts via YouTube, and I saw them for the first time since I've liked them, which has been 3 years, almost 3 years, not exactly 3 years. And literally, like, it was so amazing because I finally saw them, and like they were like in Ohio, and like I don't know, and it was just so. And then a lot of big stuff happened at the concert too. Like I have something that says, like actually there was this poster that they were reading. They were reading the posters, and Liam was reading them, and the sign goes, "I hate you," and it was either Liam or Louis. I couldn't really tell. And one of them screams, "Well, I hate you too! God damn it!" I'm pretty sure it was Liam. But and then okay, so I walk out the arena, and I am freaking out still. My mom is just like, "Shut up," and I couldn't. And we get back in the car on the way to the hotel, and I was actually with one of my friends that likes One Direction with me. We got in the hotel, and literally we couldn't sleep because we were just at a One Direction concert. So we went in the bathroom and literally freaking cried. I did. She didn't really cry. I don't know. Okay, I just okay. And like it was just so amazing that I finally got to see them. And then the next day I got in a fight with my mom, and I was like, she's like, "You never come out of your room," and I was like, the only reason I don't come out of my room is because all you do when I do is make fun of bands that make me happy. But literally, like I think my mom at the concert, she realized how happy One Direction makes me and how much I love them, and I think she has so much more respect for when I talk about them and won't shut up about them because this is how I feel and this is what makes me happy all the time. So that's my One Direction concert story short, and I'm actually gonna get on my phone. It's on my laptop actually, so I'm gonna upload the video of the beginning, and literally your eyes will crack up. Like it's so funny, and the video takes a long time to upload, but it'll upload. So I hope you see that. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting like concert feels again. Okay. Bye.